I've received several letters asking if there's a way I can become a great dancer on a very limited budget. So this depends on your definition of a good dancer. The bad news is you're not going to become a successful competitor, that really elite level, beautiful ballroom dancer on a shoestring budget. But the good news is most ballroom dancers I know define being an excellent dancer as knowing a lot of figures, knowing all the bronze, all the silver, all the gold. There is a very cheap opportunity for you to do this. Very little known in the ballroom dance world, but it is called round dancing. Okay. Now, round dance is a sister style to ballroom and Latin. They do all ballroom and Latin figures, but they do all pre-choreographed routines. And they do it together. It is done in a circle, just like regular ballroom dance, but they have a cue, very similar to square dancing. So every single figure, as you go through that pre-choreographed routine, the cuer will say, for example, natural turn, spin turn, reverse turn, and everyone in the group does the same figure simultaneously, kind of like a performance team. As a matter of fact, for our European friends, our British friends, this might look similar to you if you've done sequence dancing. And hey, for our Asian friends out there, let me know, do you guys have sequence dancing? I've definitely seen it in Australia and England. Anyway, round dancing, super similar, and it evolved simultaneously with square dance in the United States in the pioneer days. Okay? And it eventually evolved into its whole subculture. So no longer truly ballroom dance, but round dancing. We can do it to this day. And the awesome thing is those lessons are way cheaper than the ballroom dance classes, okay? But you get to learn all the same figures. Here's another kind of fun thing. Since you're not truly leading and following, you're just kind of marching through your steps, you can learn it quite a bit faster and become a proficient round dancer with less time investment than you would with the ballroom dances. It's not as technique heavy. It's more of just a technical aspect of, we do this figure, diagonal wall, reverse line of dance, whatever. So relatively speaking, you can become that good dancer you want to be in this venue instead. I also like for the follows, you can't just get away with hanging on your partner. You actually need to be very educated as a follower in round dance. You really need to actively know your part. Why is that? Because the cuer doesn't give the words in time for the lead to have enough time to adequately lead, even if they tried to give you a good lead. And so I've taught privates to round dancers, and I gotta tell you, those follows are on fleek. They know their part inside and out, and I think that's great. Follows, you should learn your part if you can. I know you get the luxury of hanging on your partner, but you'll be a better follow if you know your part, okay? The downside is the angles are gonna be cattywampus because everyone is dancing line of dance, but doing, for example, a double reverse spin at the same time. Well, that's awfully hard to do around a corner, for example, and you're not going to be able to textbook dance correct anyway, according to like IACD, ballroom and Latin dancing, but it works. You'll get to know your figures, and just like the ballroom and Latin community, guys, the people are kind, they are honest, very positive community. Now, I mentioned the pricing is cheaper. I can only speak anecdotally in my little area of the world. I'm in the United States on the West Coast. Our round dance lessons run about $6 a class. Ballroom and Latin, on the other hand, in my little neck of the woods is $20 to $30 drop-in. For sequence dancing, at least that I've seen, the drop-in rate is about £6 per class. That's about a little over $8 a class. Whereas the ballroom and Latin dancing is consistent with the American pricing, where you're going to pay 20 to 30 to drop into that ballroom or Latin class in England. Again, I can only speak from the areas that I have been in. We do have our European friends on this channel. We have several round dance friends on this channel. Hey, throw us a bone. Please comment with your personal observations, because you all are going to know a lot more about the sequence dancing and round dance communities in terms of how much does it cost, how many people are doing it. I haven't done it in eons. I can tell you 30 years ago when I went to my first round dance, I was somewhat stunned. First of all, not only because of the price, but the outfits. At that time, they were still wearing the old-fashioned square dance puffy skirt outfits. That's a little bit out of fashion these days, but I was really taken aback even more when I walked into my first round dance. There was a big old sign on the entry door, and it said something like, only men wear the pants in this style of dance. Women are not allowed to wear pants. Literally, you were not allowed to wear pants. I assume that's not the case around the country, but hey, let me know in the comments. And so I'm going to share a link both to a video of a round dance just so you can see what that looks like. I'm also going to post a link to Round-A-Lab, which is their governing organization for round dances. So it might be a good opportunity for you to see, if you're interested, what round dance options are available in your area. And they will be ranked in what's called a phase ranking system, where they have levels of difficulty. Painting with a broad brush, you can think of it as bronze, silver, gold. So harder classes, easier classes. Okay, I look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow morning for some more Things Ballroom Dance. Talk to you soon. Bye.